Do you know Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt have been fighting over a particular issue for years? It all started with Ethiopia's construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which was constructed along the Nile. And as you can see, these three countries exist along the Nile. That's Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia. Now, Sudan began to raise concern that this dam would be affecting our water supply, but Ethiopia didn't seem to care because, development must happen at all costs. Thankfully, Egypt sprung into action. Egypt, being a big brother to Sudan, decided to say, you know what, Ethiopia, you can't do this. So Ethiopia, being Ethiopia, has been trying to ignore the words and the warnings of Sudan until Egypt stepped in. As you can see, this is the Blue Nile. The blue line exists, and that is the Grand Renaissance Dam. Now, the Grand Renaissance Dam channels water from the blue line, which means it affects the water supply to Sudan and inherently affects the water supply to Egypt. That is the problem. Although there has not been legal action so far, but there has been some sort of diplomatic action and negotiations between these three nations, with Egypt on the side of Sudan and Ethiopia being the only one fighting for its rights for development. But what do you think this would lead to? Don't forget to follow I Love Africa. Let's start a conversation on this subject.